What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? I have been terrible with Schmoedown reactions recently. It's the consequences of getting a new job, I guess. Anyways, so I have slightly missed a couple of the Schmoedown matches recently, but where I got really lucky was with the fact that there really wasn't a pay-per-view this week, past weekend. In other words, 2 days ago. So it gives me enough time to watch the last two matches that I've missed. Starting with the first one, Jacoby Bancroft of the Stars versus Griffy Newms of the Finn's TKO Exchange. And first time I'm actually wearing the Stars hoodie, and it actually feels a lot different from the other faction hoodies. It actually feels a little bit more comfortable. Different fabric, and it feels much more casual than the other ones. And obviously the other ones are great. They're very comfortable. This one kind of feels different in a slightly more comfortable way, and I kind of enjoy it. But I've been hearing a lot of good things, great things as a matter of fact, about this Jacoby Bancroft person. It's going up against a beast in Griffy Newms, who not only had a really great debut against Mark Hoik, who I believe was his first match in singles ever in Schmoedown history. I can't remember. But then he also, Griffy Newms, that is, went on to the free-for-all and did great there. Lasted a lot of rounds. He was touted as the new John Humphreys. So yeah, obviously the Finn's TKO Exchange are really making a run for Faction of the Year so far. So we'll just have to wait and see if their luck continues to hold up. But I wouldn't put it past this Jacoby Bancroft person to get the W over the Newmy Griffs. Anyways, obviously I will be participating myself, but I mean, don't expect too many points from me because this is a singles match, and you know how badly I do with those. So here we go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown alongside noted comedian and author Ken, the Pit Boss Knapstock. I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. And Ken, the matchup we have today, in a season filled and known for its crop of hotshot rookies, we have two fellas that have Howard Hessman their way to the head of the class. Griffin Newman, downtown Griffy Newms, taking on Jacoby Bancroft, the deal breaker, both of whom sport a 1-0 record.
This is very fun for me, Mark. I'm like a fifth-year senior that didn't leave the parking lot, and I don't know any of these names and faces, but I'm so happy to see the managers I know bring passion and have these wonderful new players to the league, both coming in with wins, both 1-0, both being talked about. It's exciting stuff, Mr. Ellis.
It feels like when you come back to the Comedy Store after a year in a pandemic and you don't recognize half of the employees. And so these particular employees in question now, Griffey, we know, comes in and he is beloved both on Earth and Eternia. And man, was he impressive, not only in his win, but also in the free-for-all. He put on an MVP-like performance. You'll look at Jacoby Bancroft, and he had one of the best matches of the year, narrowly defeating a very game Jacob Blunden. And so this one could be that match where you start to see one of their trajectories heading towards a Rookie of the Year campaign like an Oyama or an Ethan Irwin in years past.
Yeah, good point, Mark. 1-0, you want to have that win, but now you got to decide. It's destiny. It's like a good sci-fi fantasy fable. What direction are you going to go? You're going to go left, going to go right. You need this win to establish who you are. And yeah, you mentioned the deal breaker. He had that great battle with Janine the Machine. That's a competitor I absolutely know and love, and he absolutely showed himself there. And you got fans talking. This is the youngsters, the new faces deciding their destinies is what I'm excited to be here for today.
I'm going to give you a new face, too, just because, I've seen you fairly recently. But, again, it is nice to have you on the desk. And for a look at how we got here, both for all the fans at home and for Ken, let's take a look at this promo.
these new rookies who've been coming in, the new prospects, we hear things. We hear things about how great they're going to be, how good they can be.
Season 8, it's war, Christian. We're about to see it go down between Mark Hoyk and a very mysterious, but not as mysterious as Hoyk maybe, but newcomer, Griffin Newman.
You said my name is Downtown Griffin Newman. That's the name my parents gave me. My chosen name is Downtown Griffy Newms. That's how I'd like to be referred to for the rest of this season.
And your winner, Downtown Griffin Newman! 2 more points for the exchange. They take out corruption.
But why do I keep ending up in the winner's circle? That's the question I want to be asked. He's going to have a belt. I'm going to win my unprecedented 4th manager of the year.
I just hate losing to Tom because he has the most annoying face.
The deal breaker, Jacoby Bancroft!
Jacoby, what an opening match for you. You have this nervous confidence that I absolutely loved to watch.
Oh, this is an incredible feeling. I was so scared that I would go 0 for 8 in round 1, going into this, because that's, a fear for your first match ever. All right, everyone, I am back in action and ready to go. I had a pretty solid first singles match, and now after that, I'm glad that I get to take things a little bit easier.
Is there anyone you have an eye on that you want to play currently? Tyrant seems like he needs to be taken down a peg. King Khan seems like like a ton of fun. Griffin Newman seems like a blast.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it's not going to be easier at all because I'm facing the exchange's top rookie. All right, yeah, great. No, that's awesome.
The exchange's top rookie. Do you
Jacoby
have the
Bancroft.
slightest
This
idea
message
how
is for
little
you.
that narrows it down?
I respect you. You're a good man and a good trivia player.
I know what I know. I know that I know a lot, and I'm ready to prove myself. And just at the end of the day, just hope my score is a little bit higher than his.
I know you're feeling hot. Got 100% accuracy on your last match. Good for you. I didn't go up against a rookie. I had to go up against a vet. And I beat that geek. And I'm gonna beat you.
I guess I better get more serious. All right, that's better. Trash talk time. Okay, to be honest with you, I'm not super great at the trash talking, so I kind of enlisted Christy V's help. All right, Griffy Newms is a... okay, I can't say that on camera. He has a... Oh wow, that's not appropriate at all either. Okay, hold on. I can do this. One second.
Griffin Newman's name came up. It says, this man can beat Dan Murrell. And that's all I needed to see.
Jacoby, your career in the movie Trivia Schmoedown has largely been on the up and up until this point, but I'm about to tell you some bad news. You're going down. Count.
Forget all of that. There's really only one thing that I have to say here. There are a lot of rookies this year trying to make a name for themselves. And I already took down one future Titan in this league by the name of Jacob London. So you know what? Griffy Newms, you're next. Yeah, that sounded pretty serious, didn't it?
All right, Ken, you see that both these fellows know how to talk, and you get the feeling that they might have had some tutelage in that department from their managers. The Finstock Exchange looking to get to that next level, and boy, could the Stars use a win today.
The Stars need a win. It's been a rough go for Roxy so far, but I absolutely believe in what she does. She's a great motivator. She's a person that provides inspiration and guidance, where Tom just probably provides, I don't know what Tom does anymore. I'm surprised he's still in the league. I thought that investigation was going to uncover a little bit more, but he's here. And anyone who's with Tom, though, has an immediate kind of edge to him, a gritty feel, because that's what Tom brings to the league and with the exchange.
Yeah, I feel like Tom sometimes less is more, and that probably suits his players just fine. You a watch guy, Ken?
I haven't had a watch since my Casio Game Watch broke in about '89.
Okay, would that have told you what time it is?
Oh, my friend, I know what time it is. It's time for the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Oh, man, does that sound good? And here for more sultry tones is the golden throat of Christian George Harloff to introduce our competitors.
Introducing first, representing the Stars, with a record of 1 win, no defeats. He is Jacoby, the Deal Breaker Bancroft.
And there is Jacoby in his trademark laid-back outfit. Now, Jacoby, you've had a number of interesting life changes recently, but just sticking with the Schmoedown, you got to win in your singles career. But what a lot of people are talking about, what Ken hinted at, was that match that you and Janine the Machine lost to Deception, but people marveled at how y'all came back and showed a lot of backbone. What can you take from that match and apply it to your opponent today, Griffin Newman?
I think I can apply that. You can never give up, really. You have to always fight your hardest, even when the odds seem insurmountable, that you got to keep going and give it your all. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today, because Griffin's pretty scary on all accords. So I'm just going to keep my head in it and put on a good show. So that's my goal.
Yeah, you also put on a great shirt. I really love your style, and I'm hearing, this deal breaker thing. I'm excited to see what you can do here. How do you bring this laid back approach into such a competitive atmosphere?
Well, I just don't think about it too hard. I don't think about a lot of things, just normally. So I just tend to try to put things out of my mind, try to relax, and choose a good Hawaiian shirt to have some fun in. So that's my motto in life. Always choose a good Hawaiian shirt.
He is dressed like Magnum P.I. or like your auntie's couch in the 1980s. And now to meet his opponent, back to Christian.
And his opponent, representing the Finstock Exchange, with a record of 1 win, no defeats. He is Downtown Griffy Newms.
There is Griffy Newms in his trademark cap, and he's pointing down. He's continuing to point down because it's downtown. I see how it's working. Now, Griffy Newms, you can't believe it is called another grown man that you had an impressive match and people were talking about you, but then that free-for-all performance, you were in the running to possibly be the most valuable player of the entire event. What does that experience do for you now that you have your second match against a tough opponent?
Validation. Just validation. Yeah. Jacoby just had a big win in his life. He got married. I am violently single right now. I've been a single man living alone throughout the pandemic. And, there's a theory that great boxers, should refrain from sex before a match to stay focused. I've been, let's say, refraining for many months for this match. So
you and me both.
It's nice to see that reap rewards in my first match and in the free-for-all, and I expect that to continue today, that my dry spell in other areas of my life will extend to a victory lap in this one area.
Ken Griffin sounds like a guy I know.
Yeah, as someone who was chased, not by choice, for a very long time, I respect where Griffin's coming from here. I got to ask you...
Strategy. Yeah.
It clears the head, if not, slows your life down. But I want to ask about your manager and your relationship with Dagnino. I have a history with Tom. I think, I love what he brings to the league, what he brings to players. But, what kind of advice does he actually give you?
A lot of good advice. I mean, honestly, I was sort of confused when you said my manager, because I don't think of myself as having a manager. I think of myself as having a second father. Dagnino checks in on me every hour on the hour.
Guy's delusional.
To quiz me, and to just sort of give me really good life advice, touchstones. I respect him as a man. I respect him as a manager. Yeah, he's the best.
He's not unfamiliar with paternity tests, indeed, so I understand where you're coming from. That's good. Asked, answered. Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
All right, so we bring in his competitor now. They see each other eye to virtual eye for the very first time. Griffin, if you want us to tell Gucci to stop texting you every hour, you just let us know. In the meantime, I guess we will progress to the rules of round number one. Round number one, 8 questions are asked to the field from 8 different corners of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. Each question is worth a point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing, at least not in round number one. As soon as we ask the question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to the camera at the same time you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule, named for an intern long ago. If you need a repeat of the question, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds to get that correct answer, use a jeté rule. You also each have 1 challenge you may employ at any time throughout the 3-round match. Ken, they look focused. They look ready. I'm going to ask those 2 fellas first. Jacoby Bancroft, the deal breaker. Are you ready to go?
Absolutely.
And downtown Griffy Newms?
Yeah, I'm ready to go downtown.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Woo. Ken, was that you? That sounded a lot like...
That was actually my Chihuahua.
Really good. All right. Thank you, Baxter. Ken will be asking the first question as you're ready, sir.
All right. Question number 1 in round 1 is in the category of comic book movies. Comic book movies. What 2020 comic book film stars Maisie Williams, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Charlie Heaton?
And Ken Bancroft getting married recently. Very exciting. Marriage on your mind as well these days, I hear.
Yeah. Recently engaged, but we'll see what happens.
Marriage.
5, 4. I'm not counting you down, Christian. 3, 2, 1. You take your time with the nuptials. Pens down. Let's go to Griffin first.
I considered challenging
New
on this one
Mutants.
just because I believe technically this movie doesn't exist, but the answer you're looking for is the New Mutants.
That would have
Was it
been
a
a
bad
challenge that
movie?
would have been
Come on.
upheld. You are correct, Jacoby.
New Mutants.
New Mutants it is. Finally came out in the theaters after 17 years of
finally.
waiting. Your next question, gentlemen. Dramas. And the query for a point. This 1987 film, which tells the story of the real-life ruler Pu Yi, won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Okay.
Mark, what were you doing in 1987? I was rooting on the Bash Brothers.
I was falling in love with Elizabeth Shue in Adventures in Babysitting and have not fallen out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chris Parker, better than Mary Poppins. Jacoby
The Last Emperor.
is correct for a 2-1 lead until Griffin shows us his hand.
Last Emperor, baby.
Guys know their stuff, Ken.
Absolutely. All tied up at 2 early on in this game. Question number 3 becomes in the category of famous actors and actresses. Famous actors and actresses. Which actress plays real-life author Susan Orlean in the 2002 film Adaptation? Mark, what were you doing in 2002? I was still rooting on the
think I
Bash Brothers,
saw
even though
that
they had stopped
movie.
playing together.
I believe
Well, Ken, I made one of the
Will
more
Ferrell
questionable
is
decisions of my
in
life.
it, but
I decided to
I
dye
don't
my hair
remember
blonde.
the actress who played.
Ask Christian. He knows. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to downtown first.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, a beloved fan favorite of the Schmoedown,
Okay,
is correct.
I
Hi, Meryl. We know
definitely
you're
did
watching.
not see
Jacoby,
that.
did you honor Miss Streep as well?
Meryl
He did.
Streep. Meryl Streep.
Yeah, I was thinking of a
Absolutely. So we
completely
move
different
on
movie.
to your next category, movie quotes in this 3-3 ball game. This Disney animated film features the line, "Teenagers, they think they know everything. You give them an inch, they swim,
They swim
all over you."
Well, Mark, it's just good to be back next to you. I haven't seen you in a couple years. It's good to be around you again.
Wait, are you the one that they're stuck in 2017, or is that the other one? 5, 4, 3, 2. I can't keep track of you all anymore. 1. Pens down. Let's go to the deal breaker.
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
He got it. He is 4 points in. Is Griffin Newman.
Yeah, I want to be part of that world, Little Mermaid.
Ken, they know their stuff.
Teenagers.
Wow.
They
Beat
walk
for
all
beat,
over.
punch for
They
punch.
think they know
All tied up.
everything.
Jinxing it.
You give them an inch, and they
Fifth
swim
question
all over you.
coming in the category of 80s movies. 80s movies. Movies made in a decade of greed and excess. Who plays Dr. Rumack in the 1980 comedy Airplane?
Hey, Ken,
Yeah.
we know where I was in 1980.
Rooting on George Brett. Big year for him.
I was being born.
Oh, you are a geriatric millennial.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Griffin Newman.
I hope it's the right
I
one.
was tempted to call him Shirley, but I believe the answer is Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen!
We probably would have accepted
And
either
don't call
one.
me
Jacoby.
Shirley!
Leslie Nielsen.
He got it as well. It is 5
I am
to
serious.
5.
Don't
And
call
at
me
this
Shirley.
point, unless we risk the announcer's curse further, these two fellas have a perfect game. 3 questions away from possibly a bonus question. But where we are right now is the category of comedies. I love rookies for that reason. Your question for a point. Who plays the lead role of Dickie Roberts in the 2000s comedy Dickie Roberts, former child star?
Mark, you were a child
I
star.
got
You
3
appeared on
questions,
13
right?
episodes of
I'll-
Night Court,
I'll
correct?
take
Did I
my
have that
3
right?
questions right
I think you're going to be confused with Sam Levine.
and go to bed
Oh,
happy.
that's probably right.
Yeah, who was
At
the
least.
star of the Wonder Years. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we go to Jacoby. Did you have it?
David Spade.
He had a cool show called Lights Out. Does Griffin Newman know it?
Well, I was going to make a lights out joke, but you stole that from me. David Spade.
I digress. My bad, Griffin. That
No,
is
it's fine.
correct. 6-6, Ken.
6-6. Man, this is a great fight here. Good to watch this here. We are
Execute
going
Order
to
66.
number 7. Your category is fantasy / sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. What sci-fi franchise features the characters Ari, Cornelia, Bright Eyes, and Winter?
Caught up with our guy David Spade not too long ago at the world famous comedy club, and he played me a voicemail one time a couple years ago. One of the best voicemails I've ever heard in my life. 5,
From Tim Kazurinsky.
3, Chris Farley. 2,
I really
1.
need
Pens
new
down,
marker
and we
after
go
this
to
match.
Griffin.
Planet of the Apes.
Ladies and
Apes
gentlemen,
together
he's
strong.
one away from a perfect game. Is Jacoby?
Planet of the Apes franchise.
Can't have these questions too easy.
No.
We're
just that good.
That one
they don't
actually
step
was pretty
All
good.
right, then we'll try
Not
to
too easy,
throw a
not too
screwball
hard
in
either.
with your last category in round 1, horror/thriller. Keep in mind, gentlemen, this is for a perfect round 1 in which you will be asked a bonus question. Here we go. Which actress appears in more installments of the Halloween franchise than any other performer, with a total of 5 films to date? Big Halloween guy, Ken?
Not the holiday, not the movies. No. It's Satan's holiday. I was told to stay away by my parents.
Our president,
I'm
Grace, is a
tempted
big
to go
fan,
for
I
the
guess.
obvious one,
4,
but
3, 2,
I don't know.
1.
Man. I
Pens
think
down
it's
for a perfect round 1. Deal breaker.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
For a perfect round 1, Griffy Newms.
Okay.
She's about to
okay,
add 2 more films and probably $20 million. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Doesn't sound like a bad day at the ballpark to me, Ken. Perfect round
myself a
1s,
point
and
for
now
that
they will be asked the
because,
bonus question because it is both of them. We're going to ask it
didn't
just like
actually
any
come
other
up with her
round
name
1
on
question.
time.
The question is to the field. Please write down your best attempt at
I
an
would have
answer.
gotten it if I had. I didn't write it down. I didn't know it, but.
That's your ready, sir, knapsack.
Yes, sir. I was just scrolling
I'll give
down.
myself
Here.
an
All right, your
honorary
bonus
point for that.
question. Who plays Albert Goldman, the star performer at a luxurious drag club in South Florida in The Birdcage? Amazing, Mark.
Okay, now
2
I'm-
perfect
now I'm
first
feeling
rounds.
a
And
lot
I was there at the
more
beginning of this game. Through the
pleased
first
with
round, we'd
getting
be
myself
drunk
an
on
honorary
whiskey, and
point
Tom
for
would
that.
be smoking in the AfterBuzz bathroom.
Yeah, I think Ruval Cobb and I both passed out during our first match. 5, 4, which I won, by the way. 3, hi, Christian. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to you, Griffin.
Nathan Lane.
That's a great impression, and you also get the point. Does deal breaker.
Okay, impression.
Nathan. I can't do the impression. Nathan Lane.
You're off to a hot start with it, and both these fellows off to a hot start in this match, Ken. It is perfection across the board, and that applies to the announcers so far as well.
What a
9 to
bunch of
9 is
moves.
the count. So simply by process of who was introed last, we go to Griffin Newman. So Griffin, you have the option. Do you want to spin the wheel first and field your 4 round 2 questions, or do you want to defer to Jacoby?
I go by the old schoolyard adage, first is the worst, second is the best, so I will let Jacoby go first.
Okay, before we drop you gentlemen out, I'm now going to give you the rules of round number 2. It's the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. They each get a spin. Once they settle on a realm, 4 questions. Each question's worth 2 points. No penalty for missing a question, but stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer, we think, and at that point, the value of the question recedes to 1. JTE rules and challenges all still intact. All right, gentlemen. So Griffin very gentlemanly deferring to Jacoby. So we'll say goodbye to Downtown for now, and we will welcome in Jacoby's manager, Roxy Stryer.
Thank you for always making my job so easy, because you are doing not only a perfect job, an incredible job, but you're doing it in the star way with grace and poise, and don't have to say things like first is the worst, second is the best, because as we know, third is the one with the hairy chest, and I don't want to find out who that is right now.
I think I might have an idea who that is.
I'm doing great. That was an exciting first round. I'm super pumped. I'm glad you could spin first, and then we'll keep this momentum going. So
absolutely, you've got that on your side right now. Let's spin. Let's see how it goes, and figure out what we're gonna do with this wheel.
We have a few seconds. How you doing? You doing good?
Oh, thank you so much for asking. Yeah, and the wedding, everything was okay. And
yeah, it was great. Beautiful.
Awesome. Good.
Beautiful.
Good to hear.
You don't actually have to take the whole time if you don't want to.
Well, we were just hanging out, Mark. Nothing wrong with that. Let's spin this wheel. See how it goes.
All right, and Bancroft with the spin. Ken, he spun one way, the wheel goes the other way. I'm not sure how that functions. That is magic.
That good.
He's a wizard.
Magic is not precise there.
All right, and he has landed on disaster film. So, Jacoby and Roxy, you have 60 seconds to decide if you'd like to keep that or use your mulligan, which is golf for do-over.
You talk to me, Jacoby.
This one's interesting because this is one of those middle ones where and we're tied. We're doing well. This is that down the middle where I'll probably do well in this. There's better ones on here. There's worse ones on here.
I know, but think about it like this. If one of those ones that if there's anything you're trying to avoid and we get one of those over this, how are you going to be feeling about that?
I would be a little sad that I spun again. So you think I should work my way through disaster, or you think we should risk it for the biscuit?
You are the deal breaker. You do have momentum on your side, and I'm pretty confident you can navigate any slice on here. So if you want to risk it, I am with you. If that's what you're feeling.
Let's do it because that's exciting, and it's either going to work out really well or not. So
it's not going to work out poorly because we can navigate. Let's try it.
Let's do it. Spin again.
They're spinning again.
Try it again, maybe the other.
Yeah, this way.
Yeah,
now it's going.
No, that was a good spin. I feel.
I think it was a solid one.
All right, let's hope it's not
disastrous. Remember, no matter what.
It's looking like animated movies hangs on. It will be animated movies.
My time to shine.
Okay, so you've got this. Don't forget about all the rules. I know you know everything, but you've got this.
Yeah, I think so. We can navigate through this one. Okay.
And we're rejoined by Downtown as the deal breaker. Grab some hydration before fielding his 4 questions, Ken, in the world of animated movies. Ken will be administering Jacoby's questions. I will be asking questions to Griffin Newman.
Absolutely. Here you go, Jacoby, in the category of animated. First one coming in. In what 2006 DreamWorks animated film does Bruce Willis voice a raccoon?
Over the Hedge. I love that movie. I don't care what people say about it.
That is correct. That is correct for 2 points. There you go.
Video game might be even better.
Right, question 2. What government agency is after The Simpsons in The Simpsons movie?
The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. Or EPA. I just gave you 3 frickin' answers.
5, 4.
Multiple choice, please.
A, CIA. B, FBI. C, EPA. D, NSA.
EPA! 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 Thanks for listening.
The NSA.
Incorrect. And so now for a chance at a steal, Griffin Newman is going to hear the question again, and then Ken's also going to give the multiple choice options.
Downtown. What government agency is after The Simpsons in The Simpsons movie? A, CIA. B, FBI. C, EPA. D, NSA.
Considering that the plot of that movie actually hinges on a toxic amount of pig poop, I feel confident saying that the answer is EPA.
That is correct for a big steal. That is correct.
Big steal. 2 questions left for Bancroft, but Newman closes the gap to 1.
It does indeed. Third question coming in here. Who voices Chicken Little in the 2005 Disney film, appropriately titled Chicken Little?
Zach Braff.
That is correct for 2
Wow,
points.
really?
Zach Braff.
I did not
That was a
know
good
that.
run. You know, he was coming
makes
off
a ton
Garden
of
State.
sense.
Chicken Little. What a time. What a time.
Rob. Yeah.
All right. Next question coming in here.
It's the final one, right?
It is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Final question of the round for you here. What 2007 DreamWorks animated film follows an insect who decides to sue the human race for stealing resources from his kind?
B
He's not a
movie.
good fella. He's a bad fella. B movie.
What's
That
the
is
deal
correct
with
for 2
honey?
points.
Am I
The
right?
comedy stylings of Jerry.
I'm just kidding.
Did he just quote B movie, Ken? That's impressive. Okay, so an impressive round 2 all the way around for Dealbreaker. He did lose a point, and that was a 2-point swing to Newman, but he recovers nicely.
Hi.
What?
Hello,
Gucci,
everybody.
I don't know
even had
if
that
you have
cat.
the same experience as me. Roxy said that third is the one with the hairy chest. I've always known it as third is the one with the diarrhea chest.
That is true.
Right? Okay, I'm just glad we're aligned on this.
Look, I have my cat here, and his name is also Griffin.
What?
It kind of looks
Griffin
like Orko,
yes,
though. I'm not
there's
gonna
no
lie.
question about that. And he's a downtown guy too. Look, I just got done, playing golf, and then I went and saw this guy who's bottling this aphrodisiac for me.
Cool.
And it's going to be called Aura Levels. You have Aura Levels. I'll be sending a bottle over for you right away. Perfect first round, per the usual. Great steal. He's cut.
Yoink.
We'll spin this wheel. We'll get what we want. We'll take him home. And we'll -1 him. Bottom line. Whoops.
What did that
Bananas.
cat just do?
Sorry about that. Quit it. He's all right.
I'm gonna try snapping to spin the wheel, because spatial awareness seems to screw over people every time they try to spin it.
Let's go.
Okay, ready?
Let's go.
Tom, all the pet lovers out there are going to need proof of life with Griffin after that
Yeah, we'll get it.
noise.
I don't know what he knocked over.
Okay, round and round the wheel goes, Ken, and this could be a big spin, and it's landing in the category of animated, so we're going to spin it again.
Spin it again.
Spin it again.
Okay. Come on, come on. Big money, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
The wheel
Okay,
really
disaster
was
movies.
disaster movies.
So Jacoby spun away from it. Griffin, do you want to keep disaster or use your mulligan?
How you feeling, buddy?
Jurassic
take it.
Park
Yeah,
is
why
on
not?
the wheel.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're not scared.
Oh, yeah, I would have done all.
All right, we welcome back Jacoby as we say goodbye to Gucci. We welcome in another disaster, this time in the form of questions about those style movies for Griffin Newman. Jacoby Bancroft could
Newman.
steal should Griff miss a question. Okay, Griff. Your first question, world of disaster films for 2 points, unless you need multiple choice. Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid, and Emmy Rossum star together in what 2004 disaster film?
The Day After Tomorrow.
That is the disaster piece entitled The Day After Tomorrow.
It's suddenly just a 3-point ball game. Jacoby Bancroft still in the lead, but here comes Newman. Your second question
Newman.
in the category of disaster flicks. Gene Hackman plays Reverend Scott in this 1972 disaster film.
I believe that is the Poseidon Adventure.
Rumor has it Leslie Nielsen's in that too, and then he became a funny guy. That is correct for 2 more points. And now here we are, the penultimate disaster film question for Griffin
That was
Newman.
pretty fast.
And Downtown could possibly take the lead on this very question. Here we go. Medical Services Chief Kit Latura has to save a group of people trapped in a New Jersey tunnel in this 1996 disaster flick.
I believe
Event
that
Horizon?
is the Sylvester Stallone film entitled Daylight.
Your belief has become fact. That is correct. And with that, Ken, Griffin Newman has a 1-point lead. He's looking to build on it going into round 3. Downtown, your final disaster film question is upon us, and it is. In what film does Earth have 18 days until an asteroid hits it, eliminating life as we know it?
Okay, that I believe is Event Horizon.
This one's tricky
It's either that or
because
Deep
of the
Impact.
1998 doubleheader, but I believe
Yeah.
the answer is Armageddon.
4. I could stay awake just to hear more correct answers
Really? It
from
was
Griffin
18
Newman. That is
days in that
another
movie?
correct one. That's a
They took
perfect
their
round 2,
sweet
and that gives
ass
him a
time to
3-point lead. As we
getting
go into
those
round number
drilling
3,
people
Ken,
into
it is
space.
pandemonium.
Wow, what a
18
round.
days?
Griffin
Really?
really showing what he knows. I thought we
Okay,
had a new
I
ankle
need to watch
bracelet
that
on
movie
Tom. He's
again
still
sometime
here, but
soon.
good advice for him as well. But Jacoby's right there. As I always say, it always comes down to the third round that decided between two great competitors.
Yeah. Sending our best to the other Griffin, the cat, because God knows what just happened. So round number 3 is the round that will determine the match. What we need from each competitor is 3 numbers. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. Each one corresponds to a different category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, mystery. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one is worth 3. Your final question, should we make it that far, is worth 5 gigantic points that will see one of you eventually going to a 2-0 singles record. So we are going to get the lucky numbers of the current leader, Newman, first. Griffin, from 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
I will take 1, 9, and 19, please.
1, 9, and 19 off the board, Jacoby. Any 3 numbers from 1 to 20 except for those?
16, 15, and 4.
I have no idea how these people get these numbers, Ken, but we have 3 numbers from each one, and that means it's time once again to... God. All right, we're going to say goodbye to Jacoby for a moment.
The proof is in the pudding.
Oh,
You know, look.
they
Look
somehow
what we do here.
multiplied.
Yeah.
I could make a cat up here. There's another one.
Multiplied.
So we have 2 here.
Yeah,
You know, these guys love me, obviously. And I love
we
you.
all do. America loves you, and I love you.
This is the reason why you're the number 1 pick. This is the exact reason. You're a beast.
Thank you.
Put this guy away.
Yep.
Let's hang up -1 on him. Let's
Cool.
do it.
Okay.
Continue what you're doing. You're the
Thank
best.
you. Bye, Daddy. I love you.
You got it.
Listen, I don't want to put more pressure on you than's already on you right now, but I'm afraid that if you don't win, that we're going to find out what a diarrhea chest is.
So I gotta
And
win now.
I
Like
don't
that's the
ever want to
motivation.
do that. You know, you're 3 points behind. That's 1 question, and it's not just one. It could be a 3-pointer or a 5-pointer. So there's more than ample opportunity for you to win this back right now. He hasn't missed yet, and that doesn't mean that he won't. You already have that pressure off of you, which I'm actually happy about because you are doing incredible right now, and you're going to take this all the way, Jacoby. Like, this is yours to win right now. He can go sit and figure out what a diarrhea chest is while you're taking the number 1 in this. And you're incredible. That 1 steal, shake it off. It really doesn't matter. And you're just doing great. I'm really proud of you, Jacoby.
Thank you very much. I'm having fun. This is a blast. So excited to see what happens. 3 points, it's nothing. It's a question. It all comes down to this, and let's see how it goes.
Don't forget about your JTEs. Take all the time that you need. You set yourself up for success in this final round here, so let's bring this home.
Let's rock and roll.
It's a chest filled with diarrhea. I mean, I feel like that's intuitive. It's like a treasure
Filled
chest.
or like on? Like I didn't.
Not like a human chest. It's like a treasure chest, and you think, oh my god, there's gonna be treasure inside, and you open it up, and it's filled to the brim with diarrhea.
Just steer this right back up on the highway to the actual questioning of round number 3, and it is going to begin with the deal breaker. Ken, you'll be asking him his questions. He selected number 16 for his 2-point question. Where are we going?
Sir, number 16 corresponds to the category of comedy.
I thought the 3rd round serious.
Yeah, they only do that for you, Mark. It must be a headliner thing. All right, here we go. First question for you, Jacoby. Comedy is the category.
Yeah.
For 2 points. Amy Heckerling made her directorial debut with this 1982 high school comedy written by Cameron Crowe and featuring performances by Phoebe Cates and Sean Penn.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That is correct for 2 points. 2 points.
Cut the lead to 1. And now Jacoby Bancroft has his 3-pointer. He selected number 15, Ken, and if he gets his question correct, he's going to successfully avoid a TKO.
That's right. Number 15 is in the category of Westerns. Westerns. All right. Jacoby, 3 points. In 2017's Hostels, Who plays Sergeant Thomas Willis, a criminal whom Christian Bale is escorting north?
The one he's escorting. Wes Studi?
That is incorrect. Incorrect. Looking for Ben Foster. Ben Foster.
Ben Foster.
In Hostiles? Oh.
He's got a type. He's got a type.
Okay.
All right. So now, Ken, we find ourselves at a crucial juncture in both this ballgame and in the young careers of these competitors, because Jacoby Bancroft now has a 5-point question. He must answer. If he gets it right, he's going to force Griffin Newman to answer at least one question correctly. If he misses, it will be a TKO scored in favor of Newman. He will win the match.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. A lot of pressure on him, but hey, a man in a Hawaiian shirt doesn't worry about pressure here. Jacoby, you chose the number 4, which is, of course, we all know is Lou Gehrig's number, but also it's the category of Steven Spielberg.
Okay.
Famous
Okay.
Spielberg.
He made some movies.
Friend of George Lucas. All right. 5-point question. Kick it back to Griffin. Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks have collaborated a total of 5 times. What was their third film that they did together?
Come on! What?
He's trying to write it out here, Ken.
I'm gonna say one of my favorites and
5,
underrated
4,
gem,
3.
The Terminal.
Repeat the question.
Because I like that.
Steven
movie.
Spielberg
People
and
don't
Tom
seem to
Hanks
give it
have
the
collaborated
respect
a
it
total of
deserves.
5 times. What was the third film that they did together?
Okay, so let's see.
Still got 2
Saving
JTE
Private
rules
Ryan
remaining. This is
was
the moment you save those 4.
92.
Calm under pressure.
It's possible they have
strikes,
collaborated
sweating.
before that. Because
5, 4,
Tom Hanks has been acting
3.
since the
Repeat the
70s,
question.
I believe.
Second one.
Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks have collaborated a total of 5 times. What was the third film that they did together?
If I knew the first, maybe it would have
I
helped.
just forgot if he directed this one or not.
He has 1 JTE rule remaining.
Mm-hmm. Counting it down here in 5.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Last one.
Right, final one. Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks have collaborated a total of 5 times. What was the third film that they did together?
It's between 2. I just don't know if this third one. That was my last one, right? So I'm gonna go with.
Gonna have to give an answer
5,
sooner or later.
I don't know if he directed this one, but I gotta go for it. Let's go. The Terminal.
You did.
That is correct.
Yes!
Wow! Points, Mark.
Wow!
That was a
Nearly
big pull
avoiding
and
the
big get.
trademark
What a 5-point
TKO.
That is
of
a
the Finns
huge,
TKO
huge
exchange.
hit for Jacoby Bancroft. He
Wow,
showed
and
that
I
kind of
knew
backbone
it!
in his 2 previous matches, and it comes
I
through
knew
once
it!
again. So now he avoids a TKO, but more importantly for him right now, he forces Griffin Newman into a 4-point hole from which he can
this
only climb out of
Jacoby guy
if he
is
gets
the
some
real
of his
deal.
questions correct. So now, Griffin, we come to your questioning, and for your first query, you selected number 1. Appropriately so. And that corresponds to the wacky world of new releases.
Okay.
Wacky.
I think he's gonna
New
get the first
releases.
question.
And
New
your
releases in this economy?
And
It had
I
had a
don't
few
know, maybe
films leak
struggle
out in the last
with the
year
third. I don't know.
to 9 months.
Definitely
Here it
getting
is.
the first
2
with
points.
his track record.
Which actress plays the lead role of Nora Price in the film Underwater?
I believe I have no choice but to stand a legend. I think it is Kristen Stewart, aka K-Stu.
Case 2.
K-Stu, Kristen Stewart is correct for 2 points. It's a 2-point ball game, Ken. And on this next question, Griffin Newman, downtown, has a chance to win the match.
It does indeed. This is all the marbles, as they say in the playground. That's the only playground saying I remember.
Diarrhea
Stone.
chest.
Only one I want to remember, although that term probably made it out to the playground. So Griffin Newman, to possibly win the game, selected number 9 for his 3-point question, and Sonny Jurgensen's number corresponds to, once again, disaster movies.
Ooh.
Okay. And here we go. For 3 points and the win. Who plays Dr. Jonas Miller, Bill Paxton's rival storm chaser, in the film Twister?
I believe the answer is Carrie Elwes.
And your winner, Downtown Griffin Newms.
Yes, sir. Diamond hands, perfect, buddy.
Diamond hands, laser eyes.
Just like we said, number 1 pick, done deal.
Perfect game.
Perfect
Perfect
game.
game. Perfect game.
Yeah,
Plus
perfect
a little
game.
steal.
Per
Plus a
usual.
little steal. Plus a little steal.
Real steel.
Diamond
right.
hand, laser
And
eyes.
Newman
Diamond hands, laser
and
eyes.
Gucci celebrate. We're going to let them party in the green room for just a sec while Ken and I tidy up the match here. Great playing, both of you.
I
All
thought,
right.
Yeah, I thought Tom's visitation hours were over, but he's still here.
Yeah, unfortunately, he kind of tends to do that, and apparently he can duplicate cats. I don't know which one is voiced by Nick Bakay, but I do know this much, Ken. Griffin Newman is a powerhouse. Rookie or not, both these fellows really put it all on the line today and gave an impressive showing.
Yeah, absolutely. As Nick Bakay would say, it's not a push. This was exactly what Griffin needed. Like we said, both of these competitors really talented, coming here with a lot of hype. But 1-0 means you can go many different directions. Griffin puts a stamp on it. No shame of what Jacoby put out there today. But, it's that little edge that Tom sometimes brings, the dangerous edge. It's not an edge I want to party with, but it's a great edge here in the Schmoedown.
It certainly is, unless we leave these fellas any more time in the champagne area of the club. We're going to let them pop some bottles with our own Jen Sturger right now.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Lots of celebrating. Look, Gucci, I mean, we give you a lot of hell when it comes to this number 1 pick situation, but I feel like the more we see of this rookie, the more it kind of makes sense and you look like a genius.
Well, look, it's not very hard to look like a genius when you look like me. And I only draft geniuses that are beautiful as well. Look at this man. Great mustache, great beard, everything going on. The guy's perfect. We knew it. We obviously, going through the dossier, this man was the number 1 guy. We got him at a steal.
I don't know why.
Jen, we all know my Christian name is Downtown Griffy Newms, but I have a little nickname internally.
If you mention poop one more time, I'm leaving.
I'm not going to mention poop. I'm not going to mention poop. Give me some credit. They call me Dennis Quaid. Do you know why?
Look like a
No.
genius.
Because I redefine the rules of what a rookie can be.
Boom.
He was in that movie The Rookie, where he's like very old.
I got the
for a
reference.
rookie.
Thank you so much.
I'm not saying
I know sports.
I'm
Our
redefining
intellectual level
the
is
same
through the roof.
thing, but it's
They're
like an
not letting
unconventional
her talk.
rookie is the idea.
That's for you.
Anyways,
Battle our intellectualism.
Jacoby, though, your opponent did put up quite a bit of a battle. What are your thoughts
Great
on
competitor.
him?
Great competitor. I have all the respect in the world for the man. It was a fierce battle. I loved it. I got my adrenaline running. He made me work for it, which I like. I'm very aware that no matter how good a competitor is, a lot of Schmoedown comes down to luck. How does the wheel go in your direction? Which categories do you get? What's in your wheelhouse or not? He was very lucky. He got animated. I think both Jacoby and I have exceptional strength in animation categories. And when he got that on the wheel, I was terrified for my life. I thought, here's an easy, perfect round for him. What am I going to get? There were a few booby traps on that wheel for me. I'm not going to say which ones, but there were a few things I pointedly didn't want. But I made it work, baby. I made it work.
We make our own luck here at the FinStock Exchange. We bottle Aura, and we're going to sell it. And that's what we're doing. We're just dishing out -1s. We almost got there again today. But that doesn't make a difference. A W is a W.
I also feel like you put up too many -1s, it starts to be ostentatious.
Yeah, I don't want
let's just
anybody-
get a perfect game. I don't need the.
Yeah,
the
I don't really want
-1.
any team to have minus points for the year. You know what I mean?
I'm
I
not
really
trying to
don't
take
want
anyone
that.
else down. We're just trying to boost ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's all we do. We
Yeah.
put,
Sure.
we drive cars that sound like spaceships. You know what I mean? Look what we
Absolutely.
do around
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That just means you have a bad muffler.
We got
Anyways,
Gucci vision. We got Gucci vision.
so you're 2-0 now. 2 tough opponents. Where do you want to go next?
Well, I feel like there are a lot of weird after effects of this pandemic, right? We've all had our lifestyles adjusted, and one thing for me recently is I noticed I've lost a lot of weight. I feel like there was a point in the bell curve in which I was eating a lot of junk food to sort of cope with all of this, and now I feel like I'm eating healthier again. But an unfortunate side effect there is I find that a lot of my pants no longer fit, and I feel like I could use a belt to keep them up.
That's it. Woo. Wrap your head around that, Jen.
I'm saying I would like to get a championship belt, is what I'm saying.
Wrap your head around that, Jen.
I mean, I am. But you really think you're ready after just 2 matches to challenge for a belt?
I'm on the road. I'm on the road, baby. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying I'm on the road. I'm not saying next time. I'm saying these are all the necessary steps.
Listen, there's been some rumors that you may be up for consideration for the live event in New York.
Ooh.
Any thoughts on that?
I mean, that's my terrain, baby. All I'm gonna say is, I hope that venue, whatever venue Christian chooses, is roughly below 42nd Street.
It's the Gucci Theater.
Because I would like to take all my opponents downtown and show them that this is where I live.
Downtown's technically like below 14th, but we'll let that slide. Anyway,
I mean, look, about Midtown, you say 30. I feel like a lot of people put the downtown 20s sort of count.
I'm sorry I took you down this road.
No, I mean, Manhattan goes all the way up to like the 200th Street. So in a way, it's a fallacy to frame 40th Street and the like as Midtown, because actually Midtown is more like what we think of Uptown, and Uptown is like 5 more towns. But the point is, yeah, I mean, sure, I'd like to
Either way, I'd like to get out of whatever town this is. So anyways, congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Back to the dice.
Well, Ken, I don't know that either one of us is going to be asking Griffin Newman for directions anytime soon, but that final question of Jen, there does seem to be some things bubbling up, and it's gotten all the way to the highest halls of the Schmoedown presidency, someone you know fairly well. Could we see Griffin Newman in his young career already at a live event, possibly in his home city? I don't know which borough the venue would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Just sit me down in Bryant Park with a cup of hot chocolate and a newspaper, and I'm good to go. Check on those Yankees. Posada's playing today, right? Yeah, look, I believe that Griffin would already have earned that spot. He showed that he absolutely knows what he's doing on here. This isn't some fluke, and he's the real deal. Gucci of Arabia can join us as well, I guess. But that could be fun. Look, Grace and I don't talk business. We just don't talk business around the house, so I can't influence anything.
Okay, good. Very, very benign, safe answer. Yeah, Gucci looking like he's doing some scouting in Tunisia in 1976. But for Newman, he looks primed. He looks ready for the spotlight. We know that he craves it clearly, and I think that he might have an opportunity should he continue this momentum. He played lights out today, but so did Jacoby Bancroft. Deal breaker really showed a lot of backbone yet again, and unfortunately, when you start racking up those moral victories, it doesn't count in your official Schmoedown standings the right way. But I think with a performance like what he had today, he's going to win over even more fans.
The deal is not broke with Jacoby. See what I did there? And here's where I think one of the strengths of Roxy as a manager. Roxy knows how to come back from just obstacles and hard things. She's got such a good attitude to get through so many tough things in life. And I think she can take that and put it into the Schmoedown with her competitors.
Getting word that it might be the Barclays Center, and Gucci's already requested his seat on Spirit Airlines. Let's just go to an interview with Jacoby Bancroft, the deal breaker, and his manager, Roxy Stryer of the Stars. Back to you, Jen Sturger.
Well, joke is on Gucci, Mark, because I think you have to actually pay extra for seats on Spirit. Anyways. Tough loss today, Jacoby. What a match. How are you feeling aside from the L? Because let's face it, you hung in there the entire match.
That was a lot of fun. I think going into this, it's like I really wanted to face Griffy Newms, like downtown Griffy Newms, because he's such a fun character and he's such a fun guy and he's such a beast of it. So it's like I wanted to go up against him and I knew it was going to be a tough fight. So I'm glad I did what I did there. I'm not disappointed in my performance. I think I did pretty well. This is just bad karma because like my first match I go perfect and then my 2 consecutive matches my opponents go perfect against me. So it's the universe dishing it back up. But overall, this was just a lot of fun. And I'm very happy with what we did today, even though it didn't go our way.
Absolutely. Roxy, another tough one for the Stars. You guys are so loaded with talent, and it just seems like you just keep running into bad luck. It's like, how do we move forward from here? And honestly, how do you keep the team on course?
Yeah, I think that's definitely what it is, Jen. Bad luck. I wanted to make sure that Jacoby, you have this, though. To me, you're perfect. and that's the truth. While you might not have played a perfect match today, I do still think you're the better, stronger player. I think you're one of the strongest players in this entire league. And I think that while he might need the belt currently to keep up his diarrhea chest or whatever's going on there, we're in this for the long game. And so, yes, we've been having a bit of bad luck. It's really frustrating because there's nothing we can do about that. The wheels go how they go. The questions go how they go. I know that we have the best faction in the entire league. And for our record not to be showing that is frustrating. My players are frustrated. I'm frustrated. And the reason we're frustrated is because we are putting in more time than any other faction, more hours than any other faction. And that's going to pay off. It is, because luck is just that, and it runs out. And we're not building something, a faction, a team, a championship on luck. We're building it on skill. We're building it on time. And it's just taking us a minute, and we'll get there.
Where do you think the disconnect is? Because like you said, there is so much talent on the Stars, And you're an amazing manager and honestly really good at keeping these players in the game. So it's like, where are we missing?
I think that you just can't tell what the Schmoedown gods are going to do. You just never know. It's all about what happens with the wheel. It all is about what happens with the questions. And, I'm going to talk to Jacoby. Don't answer this live, but we never know what would happen if we had stayed on a different wheel slice, or how sometimes the categories, they just have things that that you don't. Obviously, Jacoby has proven that animated, if you want to call it a strength, maybe some people do, but that's not how I'm referring to it. I'm just saying he has a lot of strengths. He has a lot of things that he knows. And what we saw today is that I think that most competitors would not have been able to do as well in his round as he was. But Griffin then had questions that he knew that I'm kind of guessing Jacoby knew all of them as well. It just
on the whiteboard.
It just depends on what you do. So I think the disconnect is in timing and luck and frustration on our part, and we're just going to keep on going, Jen, until we figure this out, because there's nothing, we cannot work any harder than we are. There's nothing more we can do on our end. This just is a case of, I don't know, what I did in a past life, but the karma gods have come to me, and we're going to fight through this because my team deserves it. And I feel really bad for them right now because they are the best and they are working the hardest. And I believe in that.
Jacoby, you have such range as a player, and I think you're still discovering that for yourself. Where do you want to go next? Do you want to stick to singles, maybe, teams? What are you looking at? What do you want your Schmoedown career and trajectory to look like?
As you said, kind of at the beginning, it's just like my career is just beginning. I'm in this for the long haul. I want to make my mark, improve myself in a lot of different areas. So I'll be back in singles anytime that they'll have me. If I have to sneak into a match, I'll do that at some point. If there's a New York event, I'll try to jump on stage somewhere. But besides that, I'm super excited for teams. I think our first match with Janine, I think we proved we have a solid partnership, and it was our first match, and I'm excited to continue that and keep going in teams and prove that camaraderie and that chemistry that I know Janine and I have. So absolutely everywhere. I'll be back as long as they'll have me. But besides that, yeah, I'll be back.
I love that. Jacoby, I've been around for a while in this league, and I've seen a lot of major stars grow and become even bigger stars through a loss than a win. And I feel like today may have been one of those days for you. So please don't get discouraged by this loss at all. You've got an amazing manager in Roxy Stryer, and I have no doubt that the Stars will turn this season around.
Absolutely. Never discouraged.
We've taken our losses, though. And so we're ready for some wins. And I'm just going to put that energy out there.
Manifest it, Roxy. That's what they say, right?
We deserve it. And we've earned it. And they're coming. It's just taking a minute.
I love that, and I totally agree. Well, tough loss today, guys. I'll see you again soon.
Always accurate with her analysis is Jen Sturger. And Ken, I back her comments 100%. Is that you name any big star in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, they've taken a tough loss and they've grown from it like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You know how much Roxy Stryer lives and dies by each one of her competitors' matches. Tough one for both of them today, but congratulations to the Bancrofts and on that new little arrangement that they have. That's something special.
That's something special indeed. And yeah, I have no doubt that Jacoby is here for the long haul. And Roxy, you know, I really admire Roxy's passion. I dare say it's fire, and I want to give it a whirl. I really look up to her and what she's doing here. And this is not the end for the Stars. This is just the beginning. I have a lot of faith in that. Though we will alert security at any possible New York live event or any live event that Jacoby might charge this stage. Good to be with you, Mark, here today. A lot of fun. I'm just Phil Rizzuto coming by for doing an inning at an old timers game. But a lot of fun to see these competitors just bring the heat.
To quote a great Schmoedown competitor and then announcer from a previous life, get your free egg at Slammy's. We might see Jacoby Bancroft hop on a stage, pull a Parker, as we say around the Schmoedown. He looks like a pretty athletic fella. But for right now, it was a very dope performance by Bancroft, but not quite enough to match the cray-cray talent of Griffin Newms. That's what the kids say, right? Of downtown Griffy Newms. And so, Ken, what a matchup it was. He pushed Griffy Newms. He avoided a TKO, made Griffy Newms answer some tough questions, and he hit that disaster category out of the stadium today. So for Ken Knapsack, I am merely Mark Ellis, and for all of our incredible production team behind the scenes here at Skybound, our writing team headed by PJ Campbell, Christian George Harloff, we were merely blessed to have a front row seat to this. Thank you, Jacoby, Griffin, Roxy, and Gucci, and Gucci's many cats. For all of us here at the Schmoedown, we'll see y'all soon.
Okay. I got 10 questions correctly. Mostly because a lot of the questions that were asked today were in animated categories. So, yeah, I know my animated movies. That's just a wonderful fact of life. But it's sad to see Jacoby, who I was completely rooting for and hoping he would win and get some much needed points for the Stars at this point. But didn't happen. And what I really think was, you know, a lot of people just don't consider the Simpsons movie as a potential threat to show up in the Schmoedown. And even more so than that, I just think he ran into a difficult question in round 3. You can tell by the way he was reacting to hearing the question and the answer. There was some confusion there, and I believe even Griffy Newms said as much to kind of help confirm the proper answer. So I think that was Jacoby's main downfall today. The fact that, I mean, I wasn't even expecting the Simpsons movie to come up in the Schmoedown, and it just happened it did. And also the confusing, maybe the kind of confounding wording of the question in round 3, which ended up costing him the match. He got his 5 and his 2 in round 3, and other than that one loss, that one miss in round 2, which Griffin was able to steal, perfect game. And I don't think enough people talk about Jacoby as much as they should. Most people, from what I've seen in the Facebook groups and stuff, they like to focus on Griffy Newms. Obviously, I didn't know who was going to win this match before I watched it. I just point out that a lot of people are talking about Griffy Newms more so than Jacoby. So that's just a fact of life again, and it's a sad one, but it is the one we are stuck with. So yeah, great game by both of these guys, and yeah, I just love the fact that they are even considering the possibility of a New York live event at the moment. So other than the loss for the Stars, I see this match as an absolute win. So that's all I really have to say for now, and I will see you all in the next match, hopefully with a better marker. Maybe I just need one more match to kind of, take all the juice out of this thing. So see you all next time. Goodbye. Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, cause I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.